Iran may be disrupting traffic in the Strait of Hormuz again, raising new concerns about a fragile ceasefire with the United States. Officials say if an Iranian drone attacked a container ship, temporarily halting traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, as Tehran warned vessels against transiting the waterway without its permission. The incident comes as shipping had begun returning to normal following recent tensions there. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. will judge Iran by its actions, warning that any threats to commercial shipping would violate the ceasefire agreement. The United Nations had planned to evacuate stranded ships in the Persian Gulf through the strait, but will now wait until officials can guarantee safety for the ships on the evacuation list. Fox News anchor Shannon Bream with Fox News Sunday joins me now to talk about it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brandon.
All right, so this incident in the Strait has to make the Trump administration nervous because how much trust should actually be put in Iran moving forward to uphold their end of this deal?
Yeah, and that's a question. Can you even negotiate a deal with them that's going to hold in any real fashion? And as long as there is the threat from the IRGC that you're not going to be safe transiting the strait, it doesn't even matter if they have the firepower and the logistics to actually do it. You send one drone out, hit one ship. How do you then convince all these other commercial vessels and operations that it is going to be safe for those ships to move through? It's just the threat that could shut it down. Secretary Rubio has been over there meeting with folks in the region who have a very vested direct interest in the strait as well. So Iran's provocation is not being received well by the U.S. team.
Yeah, and if the recent dust-up between the president and Senate Republicans is any indication, President Trump has an uphill battle ahead in Congress.
Well, and they keep having this sort of Jerry Maguire conversation with him, like, help me help you. We want to try to get your agenda across the finish line. But when you show up at the last minute and throw a wrench into it, including this bipartisan deal that everybody was happy to sign on to for housing to make that more affordable for Americans, the GOP just says there are too many of these surprises that are gumming up the works when they're trying to deliver for the president and in a way that helps them to be successful in the midterms, which is going to be critical to him because nearly everyone in Washington thinks and beyond that if Democrats take the House, they're going to try to impeach the president. And if he loses the Senate, he can't move judges or justices if he should have an opening. So GOP is trying to have this conversation with him. Let us, work with you so we can get these things accomplished. And Senator Rick Scott, who was in that meeting, is one of our guests on Fox News Sunday.
All right, let's look ahead to Sunday morning. Who do you have on tap?
So he'll be with us. We'll talk about those tensions and, the accusations that he and Senator Mike Lee and others are giving the president false hopes about what they can actually get across the finish line. We've also got Democrat Congressman Jake Auchincloss, a veteran, with us to talk about, okay, now that Zohran Mamdani and the really progressive socialist candidates are having so much success within the Democrat Party, who's actually calling the shots? We'll do all of this from the Great American State Fair live here on the National Mall on Sunday.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Shannon. See you then.
Thanks, Brandon.
All right, Fox News Sunday with Shannon Bream airs right here on Fox 4 Sunday morning at 8 a.m.